Something that I've noticed about the current polarization is it doesn't really make sense along traditional left and right boundaries, because both sides of the aisle, if that's how it's drawn, are going to need liberal and conservative thinkers. If your viewpoints or are supporting abortion or against it, or for gun laws, against gun laws, this really doesn't matter if you're more of an artsy thinker or an accountant, numbers kind of conservative thinker. This really it's a cultural thing. It's not an economical thing. It doesn't matter. It's like these big tent parties that have kind of these odd cliques of people that are kind of pushed together into one under one umbrella or one tent. And I think those traditional parties are obviously fraying, and they're not really working anymore, probably partly because of social media and misinformation, but I think more broadly because they never should have worked to begin with. Like, you even look at someone like Stalin, like that's a very conservative thinking man. Like, you might say like his policies killed a lot of people, they did, but that guy wasn't like hugging trees. He wasn't supporting all these identity politics. He was, well, maybe some he was. He did support some, but my point being is these big tents are going to fall, and what you're going to be left after these big tents fall is going to be, I don't know if it's going to go to more European type coalitions or if it's just going to devolve into militias. I really don't know. I'm kind of preparing my brain to be a little bit doomsday with some of this stuff. Once again, I'm not an intellectual, and I'm just rambling here, but let's grasp at a thought here. It doesn't really seem like these divides are helping anybody, and I think that they're artificially made. I really think that, and people are very tribal about their beliefs, like their political parties like a sports team, and they have to adhere to every belief. You can't be a left-wing person supporting gun rights. You can't be a right person and supporting a universal income, even though Milton Friedman, which is basically the most right-wing economics professor that has came out of the U.S., supported universal income, and he was one of the big proponents of it. And I believe he was, at least indirectly, an advisor to Richard Nixon. So that shows you how conservative this guy is, and that's considered like an Andrew Yang, very leftist theory. And neither of those would be able to happen now. Like, you can't be a leftist that likes guns. You can't be a right wing who thinks universal income is acceptable. It's really weird, and I think no one's having actual conversations right now. And this is something that I'm basically parroting, because everyone's been saying this over and over and over again. And once again, what I'm about to say now has been said over and over and over again. But I think it's the Senate are really old people in the United States, and the United States is the beacon of light of all liberal democracy in the West. Canada certainly follows everything that the US does, more or less, and Europe to a lesser degree, but still as well. And it's probably going to intensify with now Russia pushing westward. Europe is probably going to be thinking more American in some respects, to military at least. Anyways, that's my ramble about basically nothing and stuff that's already been said before. So if you want to check out more videos, check out more videos. I'd appreciate it. I'm going to post some more later on. Peace out.